Gracias por seguir con nosotros en Conexión Claro. Quédense en donde están porque les tenemos una entrevista con una de las más recientes estrellas del rock y el folk. Él es NATHANIEL RATELIFF, un cantautor que se dio a conocer con su banda The Night Sweats. Con apenas un par de discos, el grupo comenzó a llamar la atención del público por su propuesta que va del rockabilly al soul, pasando por el blues y el rock más tradicional. NATHANIEL tuvo algunas presentaciones en Latinoamérica y en Conexión Claro aprovechamos para platicar con él sobre su más reciente disco y algunas cosas más. La entrevista estuvo muy interesante y yo quiero compartirla con todos ustedes. Vamos a verla.
When we never had the opportunity to come down back in those days. And I guess at the beginning of the Night Sweats, I just wanted it to be a completely a removal from what we were doing. And now I can see it's changed enough that I feel like the things kind of combined, and you know, the songwriting's changed a little bit and gone back to being more singer-songwriter with the elements of kind of what we have as the Night Sweats. But I think it was just, for me at the time when we first wanted to do the Night Sweats, I wanted it to be just a new thing altogether. So.
Come on now, baby. You speak so soft and low. Come on now, baby. You think that I don't know.
We've been fortunate enough to work with friends that have, like, you know, that have vision for sort of the visual side to what we do, and sometimes we'll have ideas that are usually a little too far-fetched for us to pull off. But I think with the seriousness of some of the content of the songs also comes this sort of like us as characters, even though we might have that as part of our personality. I hope that people come to have a good time. Like, that's what we're here to have a good time on stage and as performers, and for each other, because a lot of whatever's happening in our lives sometimes gets worked out on stage, and you kind of just, you bring everything and can let it go that way. But I was just told earlier from one of the interviewers that in Latin America, the audience is crazy. So I'm hoping it is crazy, because that would be really exciting for us, versus, you know, sometimes in Europe, it's hard to read people because they're very polite. But sometimes their politeness can come across as
indifference.
Yeah, indifference. And a lot of times in the States, especially depending on the age of the audience, everyone's just on their phones, which, you know, I think is a problem in culture nowadays everywhere, is nobody's really present. And your phone gives you the opportunity to, like, be somewhere else instead of actually being right here. And I think that's really, you know, kind of causing a problem in the larger sense of community and in our own humanity. You know? And I've been writing a little bit on our, we've had the last couple of weeks off, which is rare, and kind of the longest break we've had since we put out the second record.
Can we be there? Oh, just think of the time. Art and love so strange, said you never know.
And then hopefully in 2019 we'll be back here again. We were talking about that last night, so that's my hope, is to continue to come back. So.
I need never get old.